Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Monday, January the 8th, the year 2018. I'll talk about some indicators. I'm working on some new indicators for 2018, and they have to do with strength. I'm sure some of you have seen some of the strength indicators out there. There's all kind of threads talking about them. Trading strong pairs versus weak pairs and things like that. But I have a feeling that they may have overcomplicated things. So I'll just go through it, and then you can tell me what you think. If you think I'm on the right track, if you think I'm missing something, or if you say, hey, you've got something there, because I try to simplify things. As always, we've got the concern with money and risk management. And actually, I'm thinking about doing a video that says, the 3 legs of trading. Everybody has their method or system. Well, that's one leg. Then you've got to do money and risk management. That's the other leg. And the third leg has to do with you, your trading psychology, your focus, your execution. I talked about that in a video about process versus results. So I'm going to try and focus on those 3 things, maybe in all of the videos, just as a constant reminder, because that's what we have to do. We have to have consistency. Okay, strength. Calculations on strength usually are one of these 2 flavors. They're either close minus open. Is price up or down since some line in the sand, whether it's the weekly open, daily open, the hourly open, the minute open. That's one way. Another way is to look at it as a ratio, where you take high minus the close and the close minus the low, and that tells you the relative strength where you are in the candle. And if you think about it, that makes a lot of sense, because see, you could have one candle where it could be up 100 pips, and in the next candle it's only up 2 pips, and that really doesn't tell you, give you an idea. But if you're always using a ratio, that kind of smooths things out. That being said, you're probably familiar with the CCFP indicator here. Now, I've done some modifications to it as usual. Here's the indicator there that we're using. And in it, it tells you, in fact, I haven't looked at this one in a while. It tells you the relative strengths of the pairs here. You can see who's high, who's low, etc. This one doesn't do any sorting. And I'd have to look at the code. Remember, this is, I think it's trend up or trend down. So anyway, but it's a squiggly, and it has some merit to it. I've done some really esoteric stuff with it, but I'm kind of sworn to secrecy, so I can't violate that trust. But I can show you a few other things. So, but this is the one a lot of people use, the CCFP, and it basically uses the close minus low to find out how strong a pair is. Along those lines, last year there was this I-close difference indicator. I found that over on the MLQ MLQ4 or 5.com forum. And so I made some modifications here. Basically, you want to see who's the strong pair, who's the weak pair. But inside that indicator, I think I put about 6 different options. Now let's see, we've got the close versus open, close versus previous close. Oh, show detail. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can show us percent, pips, simple, matrix, the matrix with pips, and the currency strength here. So we can switch and then you get something that looks like that. But I still think, even though this one's a little simpler and it is part of the basis of what I'm working on now, it still leaves a few things to be desired. And then in the dashboard, the 2017 dashboard, you have the strength options here. And once again, this is looking at the strength on daily, current bar, previous bar, daily, current, previous bar, and the H4 to see which ones are strong or weak. And you can see here, let's see if we switch over to H4, you can see right there that the previous one was strong, putting in a, so far we've got a higher low, so we'll just have to let that bar close and see what happens. And you can see here anything over 5 gets highlighted. Okay, so where, okay, this is where we're going to now. These might look like squigglies. I could turn them into histograms. And these indicators, I haven't released them yet because I'm still working on them. In fact, you can see I use this as a, I have these, call them blanks because I haven't decided what to call them, and I'm still working on them. But we've got the simple strength and then the dollar strength. And what I'm doing with the simple strength is I am taking that calculation here. Here we go. This calculation here, and I'm displaying it. So it's always going to be between 100 and 0. And if it's bigger than 50, it'll be green. If it's less than 50, it'll be red. And basically, it's just showing the percent of the a high minus close versus close minus low. Simple. So you can see here, if we switch over to the 1 minute, it's positive. And right there, when it first starts out at 0, and then as soon as we get some price movement, then the numbers start to change. Now, the dollar strength, this is something that kind of goes along the lines of with the CCFP right here. And this is all going to get changed because I realize I'm going to have to maybe either automate it or make the give it some options or freeze it. Right now I'm leaning toward freezing it. What I mean is this. We've got pairs where if the USD is the quote pair versus if it's the base pair. Okay? So are we basing in dollars and quoting, or are we quoting I'm sorry, right here we've got the quote currency, base currency. Okay, so are we quoting in dollars? So if the euro, we're quoting in dollars. Okay, and so what I'm doing is what the indicator is doing is I'm looking to see by those 7 pairs. Let me put those back up there just so so if the dollar Canadian is up, then the dollar's up. Okay, if the euro dollar is down, then the dollar is up. And so these are the 7 pairs. Now these other indicators like the CCFP, they use 25 or 28 pairs, but I realize something. You're kind of doubling up, because for example, if you've got the dollar yen and you've got the euro dollar, you got euro dollar, dollar yen, you've got a synthetic euro yen. So why count the euro yen? So once again, trying to simplify things here. And so by doing so, And see here, I can see there's a problem with this indicator I'm going to have to fix. We're just going to look at these 7 pairs. So I want to know, is the dollar strong or weak? And it's real simple to me. I think it's simple. Let me know if you don't. So you can see here, it looks like the dollar is the strong one right now. So you see the euro's going down. Okay. And well, the yen's going down, but it was going up, so it was stronger. You see right there. So we're looking at this on the simple strength, the close minus open, or sorry, the ratio of high minus close to close minus open. You can see where we're at. And then in the dollar strength, across the board, they're all flat. In other words, those 7 pairs. But you can see here, if you add up the pip difference, you can see it's green, so we should be going long. And once again here, I modified the range gauge to put the previous percent and the current percent. So that way you can get an idea which way price is moving here. And you see here you've got the high minus close and the close minus low in pips. And so the RG strength, this is bar by bar, once again using that ratio. And you can see here sellers, see it's pushing back up, so but the sellers are still stronger. Now the buyers are stronger based on these two. So if close minus low is bigger than high minus close, then we know we've got the strength, and you can see that there. You see? So you can look here going across the board, who's got the strength, who's got the power. And then right here, this is just doing it tick by tick. I did that just because I can, but I thought it might be interesting to be able to look at it on a tick by tick basis. So these two are basically showing the same, but this is by bar, but this is by tick, because you might want to trade on that tick by tick basis. You might want to see how this bar is actually being played out. So you can see it went up a bit, but not much. And the 50 line, that's just the midpoint between, if it's below the line, we've got the sellers winning. Above the line, we've got the buyers winning. And that's what I'm working on. So let me know what you think. Oh, and if you're wondering, these are just the previous midpoint dots. They just tell me when I'm in a trade whether or not I want to buy, sell, stick, or exit. So generally, I won't buy if price opened below the previous mid dot. So that's what I'm working on. If the explanation was fuzzy, if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, feel free to post them in the video, since I haven't published these yet, or posted these indicators, or sent them out, or anything like that, because I'm still testing, see if there's anything really there. So let me know what you think. And as always, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing off to go drain the banks.